Before we begin today's feature, the entire Strength of Africa TV family extends our deepest condolences to the government and the wonderful people of Ghana following the devastating floods that have claimed lives, displaced families, and left many communities in distress. Our thoughts and prayers are with every family that has suffered loss. We stand in solidarity with Ghana during this difficult time, believing that the resilience, unity, and unbreakable spirit of the Ghanaian people will prevail. May those who lost their lives rest in perfect peace. May the injured find healing, and may Ghana emerge stronger than ever. Now, let us turn our attention to one of Ghana's greatest symbols of African innovation, Kantanka automobile. My fellow Africans, we are still in the adventure of bringing industrial revolution in Africa to the world. And our journey today is taking us to Ghana. Welcome to Strength of Africa TV. If you are searching for how Africa is revolutionizing industrial technology and manufacturing, the answer is happening right now in Ghana. Kantanka Automobile is Ghana's premier domestic automotive brand, designing and manufacturing luxury SUVs, heavy-duty pickup trucks, and tech-driven vehicles tailored specifically for the African terrain. Founded by Apostle Safo Kantanka and managed by Kwando Safo Jr., this homegrown ecosystem is proving that Africa no longer needs to solely import technology, we are building it. That is the short answer. But the real story is far more extraordinary. This is not just the story of a car company. It is the story of African ingenuity. It is the story of a man who refused to believe that Africans were destined to be permanent consumers of foreign technology. It is the story of a continent struggling to transform its raw materials, its talents, and its dreams into industrial power. For decades, the global story concerning indigenous African transportation centered on imported second-hand cars from the West and Asia. Continental supply chains depended heavily on vehicles built for expansive, smooth western highways, not the unforgiving tropical and often unpaved rural roadworks common to various regions in Africa. But one Ghanaian visionary decided that consumption was not enough. Cognizant of the fact that self-reliance is the true bedrock of economic sovereignty, he set out to build an empire from scratch. From the Christo Asafo mission of Ghana, Apostle Safo Kantanka emerged as a powerhouse of empirical innovation. He built engines, generators, and gadgets by hand, constantly rejecting the paradigm that complex industrial technology is an exclusive Western domain. Fast forward to today, his vision has evolved into a multi-million-dollar commercial entity managed by a new forward-thinking generation. Get ready as we take you inside the factory floor, dissect the rugged engineering driving the vehicles, explore the new esteemed K71 Pro, and uncover how this Ghanaian icon is blazing a trail for our entire continent. Today on Strength of Africa TV, we explore how Kantanka is challenging decades of economic dependency, why its success matters to every African nation, and whether this Ghanaian automaker could become a symbol of Africa's industrial future. Welcome to the story of Ghana's auto revolution.
Strength of Africa TV presents
Ghana's auto revolution, how Kantanka's proving Africa can build its own cars.
Yeah. Na, 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 na. Oh. Oh. From the heart of Ghana to Africa we rise, with hands that build and dreams that touch the skies. No anchor waiting for the world to lead the way. We forge our future stronger every day. Yeah, yeah. From steel and fates, our destiny is cast. We honor the past. One continent, one purpose, standing tall. When Africa believes, we can build it all. Build it here, build it now. This is Africa's sacred fall. From our minds to our hands. Oh, the Jupiter Island. Kantanka, listen where white Africa subsidy. We are the future, bounding free. What it have to do is our destiny. Come pick our bills of destiny. Come pick our bills of destiny. Come pick our bills of destiny.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Depending on where you are at this moment, I'm your host, Adebayo Oladokun, and this is Strength of Africa TV, where truth meets courage, where the past is reawakened, and the future of the motherland is reclaimed. Today's episode is titled Ghana's Auto Revolution, How Kantanka is proving Africa can build its own cars. Let's start with the dream of Apostle Safo Kantanka. Long before Kantanka vehicles appeared on African highways, there was a dream. A dream born from the belief that Africa could create, invent, and manufacture its own technology. The man behind that dream was Apostle Dr. Kwado Safo Kantanka. To many Ghanaians, he is more than a religious leader. He is an inventor, an engineer, a philanthropist, and a symbol of African possibility. For decades, he dedicated his life to experimenting machines, electronics, agricultural equipment, and industrial technology. While many people saw Africa as a market for imported products, Safo Kantanka saw something different. He saw a continent filled with untapped talent. He asked a simple but revolutionary question. If other nations can build cars, why can't Africa? In 1994, that question began to receive an answer. The first Kantanka vehicle was assembled. At the time, many people dismissed the idea. Some said it could never work. Others claimed Africans lacked the technical capacity to build a competitive automobile industry. But history has a way of humbling doubters. Year after year, the project grew. Workshops became factories. Prototypes became commercial vehicles. A vision became an industry. Today, under the leadership of Kwado Safo Jr., the company has expanded its operations, improved its vehicle designs, and positioned itself as one of Africa's most recognizable automotive brands. The message remains clear. Africa must not only import technology, Africa must create it. Let's look at vehicles built for Africa. One of the biggest criticisms of imported vehicles in Africa is that many were never designed for African conditions. To truly appreciate a Kantanka vehicle, you must look beneath the surface. Mainline international automakers manufacture mass-market vehicles targeting standardized temperate climates and rigid pavements. But West Africa presents distinct atmospheric and infrastructural demands. Cratered roads, deep potholes, sudden flood waters, and congested city traffic, combined with constant high ambient tropical heat to rapidly degrade foreign suspensions and cooling systems. Traffic gridlocks in Accra can cause significant engine overheating in used car imports. Kantanka vehicles circumvent this by utilizing ultra-optimized high-volume cooling systems and radiators configured for extreme tropical environment thermal regulation. Indeed, compromising on thermal resilience is not an option. This is where Kantanka's mechanical specifications shine. The industrial engineers at Gomwa Importer have specifically configured an advanced heavy-duty reinforced double wishbone suspension and robust swing arms as a standard configuration across their large vehicle tiers. This system is mathematically tuned to absorb maximum impact energy without warping or inducing framework fatigue. Instead of copying foreign models without modification, the company focused on adaptation. The result is a vehicle lined up designed with African realities in mind. The Kantanka Omama is a powerful 4x4 pickup designed for farmers, contractors, security operations, and businesses that require durability. Its turbo diesel powertrain and robust suspension system allow it to handle terrain that will challenge many conventional vehicles. Then, there is Kantanka Obrimpong, a bold, modern pickup that combines strength with style. It represents Kantanka's attempt to compete directly with internationally recognized brands in the highly competitive pickup market. For families and corporate users, the Onatefo SUV offers comfort, space, and road presence. Its design reflects the growing demand for premium African branded vehicles. The K71 Pro targets urban drivers seeking affordability, technology, and efficiency with modern interiors, digital features, and improved fuel economy. It shows how African manufacturers are evolving with global automotive trends. And then there's the Nkune, which represents the company's ambitions in executive transport and premium mobility. Together, these vehicles send a powerful message. African manufacturing is no longer just about basic functionality. It's about quality, it's about design, it's about competitiveness, and it's about pride. Now, beyond automobiles, building an African technology ecosystem. Kantanka's story does not end with cars. In fact, automobiles may only be one part of a much larger vision. Through its research facilities and engineering divisions, the Kantanka Group has developed numerous technological solutions targeting Africa's unique challenges. The company has experimented with agricultural machinery designed to improve productivity for small-scale farmers. It has developed electrical systems intended to support local industries. It has showcased security technologies including armored vehicles, defensive equipment, and robotic systems. Furthermore, they engage in mass fabrication of diverse industrial machinery destined for the heart of the local economy. They construct automated cassava grating machines, industrial solar power systems, and surge protectors stabilizing electricity matrices. By broadening their industrial footprint, they ensure that local industries have a direct pipeline to indigenous spare components and domestic repair services without requiring scarce foreign exchange reserves. Whether every prototype reaches mass commercialization is not the central issue. The central issue is that research is happening, innovation is happening, experimentation is happening, and that matters. For too long, many African economies have been structured around extraction rather than innovation. Raw materials leave Africa, finished products returned at higher prices. Kantanka represents an attempt to break that cycle. It demonstrates that industrialization is not just about factories, it's about knowledge, it's about research, it's about building ecosystems that allow ideas to become products. Every successful industrial nation followed this path. Japan did, South Korea did, China did, and Africa must do the same. Let's look at the battle for Africa's industrial future. Despite its achievements, Kantanka faces significant challenges. Building a native auto industry in an economic landscape dominated by cheap, pre-owned, used foreign car imports and expansive Western logistics is not a walk in the park. Across various continental markets, millions of dollars flee African borders annually to import automobiles discarded by overseas owners. Kantanka Automobile must face this supply gap head-on. To truly scale and reach component independence, Kantanka strategically operates a shielded assembly architecture. They import precision cast crankshaft or core blocks internally, while developing the entire exoskeleton, software packs, leather embellishments, and heavy chassis reinforcement directly in Ghana. But the critical cornerstone is the recent government strategy. By lobbying for domestic industrial appreciation, Kantanka successfully secured institutional procurement with the Ghanaian government. Indeed, the state apparatus, including the Ghana Armed Forces, the Ghana Police Service, and various ministerial departments, has actively replaced old revenue fleets with brand new Kantanka automobiles. This deep institutional backing provides the critical capital pipeline needed for the factory to invest in advanced indigenous die casting plant equipment and component mold manufacturing for the entire continent. For consumers facing economic pressures, price often becomes the deciding factor. Another challenge is the supply chain. Building a completely localized automotive industry requires thousands of components: engines, transmissions, semiconductors, sensors, steel components, battery systems, and precision parts. No country builds the ecosystem overnight. It requires decades of investment, skills development, infrastructure expansion, and policy support. Yet, Kantanka has continued to advance. Partnerships with government institutions, security agencies, and public organizations have helped build confidence in the brand. Each vehicle delivered represents more than a commercial sale. It represents a step toward industrial self-confidence. The bigger question is this: what happens if more African countries follow this model? What happens when Nigeria, Kenya, Rwanda, South Africa, Egypt, Tanzania, Ethiopia, and other nations expand their own manufacturing capabilities? What happens when Africa stops exporting mostly raw materials and begins exporting high-value products? The answer could transform the continent. Millions of jobs, stronger currencies, advanced technical skills, greater economic independence, and a new generation of African engineers building the future with their own hands. The story of Kantanka is about more than cars. It's about possibility. It's about belief. It's about the courage to challenge assumptions that have limited African ambitions for far too long. Every nation that achieved industrial greatness started with a dream that many people considered impossible. Kantanka is one of Africa's dreams in motion. It reminds us that Africa's future will not be built solely by extracting resources from the ground. It will be built by the minds of engineers, inventors, entrepreneurs, and visionaries who refuse to accept limitations. Whether Kantanka becomes a global automotive giant or not, its greatest achievement may already be clear. It has proven that Africans can dream big, build big, and compete big. Kantanka Automobile is not simply a story concerning assembled metal sheets and turbo engines. It is a metaphorical testament to what is possible when an African ecosystem refuses to accept inferiority in industrial technology. What started as an inventor's workshop has evolved into a powerful blueprint for African value addition, creating employment and inspiring the next wave of indigenous young mechanical engineers across Africa. The strength of Africa is not found in what we can borrow or buy. It is forever embedded in what we decree, design, and manufacture ourselves. Let us know in the comments section. Will you drive the exclusive Kantanka K71 Pro Urban Runner or ride in the uncompromising Omama pickup truck through rugged rural roads? Let's all say yes to this undying spirit. And if that spirit spreads across the continent, the next chapter of Africa's rise may be written not by importers of technology, but by its creators. If you believe Africa can build its own future, hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to Strength of Africa TV. Until next time, keep believing in Africa, keep investing in Africa, and keep celebrating the strength of Africa. I'm your host, Adebayo Oladokun, and this is Strength of Africa TV. If you found value in this conversation, subscribe to our YouTube channel, endeavor to join our membership, and give super thanks. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Rumble. For advert placement, visit us online at strengthofafricatv.com. You can also reach us through WhatsApp on +1 470 318 7378 or email us at sofatvchannel25@gmail.com. Watch out for the next episode. You don't want to miss it. Until then, tell your own story. Because Africa's future is written in African ink. Stay rooted, stay bold, stay African. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode. Bye.
Yeah. Na, 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 na. Oh. Oh. From the heart of Ghana to Africa we rise, with hands that build and dreams that touch the skies. No anchor waiting for the world to lead the way. We forge our future stronger every day. Yeah, yeah. From steel and fates, our destiny is cast. We honor every vision of the past. One continent, one purpose, standing tall. When Africa believes, we can build it all.